Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
And this, what you're listening to right now, at this very moment.
Oh, let them know.
Is the universe's. I don't know why I said it like the Cookie Crisp dog. This is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch along podcast. We are covering every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. We do improv along the way based on what we talk about. We do it episode by episode usually. And today is no different. Welcome. That's what's going to happen here.
Willkommen.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
It's welcome in German.
Oh, good. Let's not speak German for a minute.
I just picked up on what I did.
That's fine.
How about this? How about this? Konbanwa, which is good evening or welcome in Japanese, and I'll hit you with a konnichiwa depending on if you're watching this in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Apropos.
Hi, so desu ne.
Ohio, if it is morning and you're just waking up. But before we get to the Dragon Ball goodness ahead, we have to do a little something called Kame housekeeping. This is it's a very scientific process where we get you, the audience, ready for the fun ahead. We are maximizing the fun you can have through Kame housekeeping. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous UN sanctioned, and this just in, Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup. Bowling ball rolling down an alley sound. Another strike. God damn it.
Yeah, looks like I'm inching closer to winning this bet, my guy. I hope you're ready to flamingo through the bowling alley.
Flamingo, the term everyone knows. I wear pink. I stand on one leg. And I eat a bucket load of shrimp.
That's right. That's right.
I thought I was better at bowling. I guess.
I didn't want to say, but you are a little overconfident, right? Like this happened with darts. It's happened with bowling. And yeah, I don't want to say it, but I bet you I can beat you in Galaga. The machine's right over there.
The machine is right over.
It's one of the old machines. It's only 50 cents.
I do have 50 cents. But I've never played Galaga, but it looks real easy. I'm going to ignore the Galaga shirt that you're wearing.
Oh, this whole thing?
Mm-hmm. So you've also never heard of it, right?
No.
Okay. Well,
ignore my gray skin.
Gray skin?
And gills.
Gills?
Not to mention a dorsal fin.
What is you having to... Okay, hold on.
I'm a shark baby.
And scene. No, PTSD. Jeff, no. But that, folks, is the 1 minute roundup where we do an improv scene to loosen or strengthen our improv muscles. I thought you were going dolphin, even though dolphins do not have gills. You could have bet me that I could guess the animal.
I would have won that bet.
Oh, yeah. But it leads us into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything we have covered in Dragon Ball thus far. We do this as a public service to you. Maybe you haven't listened in a while. Maybe you've never listened. Maybe you were looking for a podcast about Dragon and Balls set as two separate ideas, and you don't know what the show is. Well, we're gonna. This is for all of you, so you're caught up to where we're at in the events of the show and where we're gonna start talking from. So you don't have to go back and listen to a bunch of our old episodes, although a lot of you do, and we really appreciate it. It's to catch you up. I could probably just say that from now on. Hey, this catches you up.
No. What you said was fine. It covered the spectrum of understanding. So now everybody's locked in.
Okay.
Including myself.
All right. Okay. Well, now that you're locked in, I can ask you this very important question. Are you ready to round up?
Aaron, yes, I am. And here I go. 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all. You get to wish for anything you want. Story follows Goku, a little monkey boy. He becomes a monkey man. He's an alien from outer space. He meets up with his brother who tries to kill him. And he meets up with a bunch of other aliens. They do a lot of fighting. Some people die. They have to go to another planet to get the Dragon Ball, where the Dragon Balls are originally from. They land on Namek. Goku has to fight the baddest dude in the universe. The planet explodes because Super Saiyan powers and Frieza's bad, and boom. A few years later, Goku re-arrives on Earth, and a kid from the future is like, yo, take these pills so you don't die of a heart disease. And then a bunch of androids come. A bug android comes back from the future to consume the other androids to become perfect. Now the Z Fighters, Goku and his friends, have been fighting this perfect fighting machine, and Goku passed the reins on to his son, who's 11, and there's this guy Hercule who's pretending to be, he's like the Wizard of Oz, but for Dragon Ball, and his son Gohan is super strong and kicking some serious ass.
Hey, I enjoy the skipping of most of Dragon Ball regular. That's usually not how it goes. We'll
I felt like I had to this time.
There's a lot going on. It might become the trend, unfortunately.
Hey, and if you're like, wait, they skipped all of Dragon Ball, caught you. We know you're a freak, and you should go listen back to our hundreds of episodes on Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and the movies. It's all there.
It's there, and we're here and can move on to the next part of Kame Housekeeping, which is where we inform you that we watch 2 different versions of the episode. I watched the original Japanese language version with subtitles. Vince watches the English dub with no subtitles. I'm assuming. I don't know if you put them back on.
No.
Okay.
Aaron, I can't read. We know this.
Not that fast.
Yeah, not that fast. Jeez.
But we do this because there are sometimes big differences. There are little differences. Something interesting happens in one that does not happen in the other, and vice versa. And it's fun to compare and contrast those things. And the first thing is usually the title. So Vince, can you please give the good people your title for this episode?
I will, and I'll do it with gusto. Because we're talking about episode 187 of Dragon Ball Z. Cell's Breakdown.
Well, he drives a Ford. Got it.
Should have bought a Toyota. Jan was right.
Oh, we can't bring Toyota Jan into this. Real quick.
Yeah.
So what kind of car is Cell driving for real?
Oh, this is it.
What?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Cell pre-ordered the new Bronco.
Oh my God.
Right? He's so sinister. He's like, I'm going to bring this back.
And he lives in a city. That's the thing.
I shit you not, living in a city. Too many Broncos in this city.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
and Aaron, there's a Tesla that is parked a few blocks away. And if there weren't cameras all over it, I would vandalize the shit out of that.
The Cybertruck itself?
Yeah. The Cybertruck.
They're real dumb. Hey, if you own a Cybertruck, don't listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, if you own a Cybertruck, 1, get fucked. And 2, don't listen to this podcast.
You can listen to us berate you.
Yeah.
This part.
But after this is done, you'll figure out when. Just click it off.
Sorry, no Cybertruck owners allowed.
It's so lame.
There
have been people though that are putting sticky notes on them that say dork under their windshield.
Good. It's too much vehicle. It takes up too much space.
It takes up too much space, but is also not enough space for a truck. It sucks. It sucks to look at. And because it's so cold, it just sits there parked and sucking up all the energy.
It's
not plugged into a charging station, just an outlet on the street.
Let me so a good car thing that happened today, I will say, is that on my way into the city, I saw the Wienermobile.
Yes.
Going the opposite way. But the magical thing is on my way back from the city, I saw the Wienermobile again coming back.
I love it.
We had the same schedule, just reversed.
You and the Wienermobile are synced up.
I was like, I thought I saw it felt like seeing a comet. Two Wienermobiles in one day? Get out of here.
That is a good car story. I love that.
And here's a good title from the Japanese language from episode 187 of Dragon Ball Z, which states, something amiss with Cell. His perfect form crumbles.
Ooh. Something amiss.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that phrasing.
Something, I don't trust this Cell guy. Something's amiss.
Like, is that something Scooby and the gang would say? Is that like a Velma line? No. They just say it's suspicious.
Let me go through it.
Yeah.
Jinkies.
Check.
Scoob. Zoinks.
Yep. You
Let's
got
split up gang.
Yep.
Ree-hee-hee-hee-hee. I don't think so.
You missed one. Fred!
Yeah, their names, of course.
Yeah.
Let me add them, as Scrappy Doo would say.
We're bringing the dues in.
The
Bring in the dues.
All right, you dues, get in here. But yeah, something's amiss. Yeah, I personally don't think you can say amiss with 3 exclamation marks.
Wait, it had 3 exclamation marks?
2.
2? All right.
Yeah, still.
That's a lot. Yeah, I would say something's amiss, like under my breath, kind of.
Yeah.
Like walking in to work and there are too many people in the office. Something's amiss.
Yeah. Like you're doing now, where you're touching your chin.
I'm pondering.
Well, we need to ponder our little asses to the rest of this episode. Let's get into it. As you stated, it's all in the hands of Gohan. He has put Cell in his place with a meager 2 punches. The old 2-punch man himself.
Yep.
We have Jimmy Firecracker yelling at the camera guy to finish repairing the camera. The camera guy's like, I'm working on it. And then Jimmy's like, well, at least fix the mic. And I'm like, well, which one, buddy?
Yeah. Classic mismanagement. Jimmy Firecracker not setting his cameraman up for success by clearly outlining the goal. So I also wrote in my notes, cameraman is the real MVP. The real MVP of the Hercule side of the equation.
His very little appearances in this episode are both pretty great.
Yeah.
So we have Cell at the fight. Cell is freaking out, trying to kick Gohan. And like in mine, he's really being a brat. He's really being spoiled. He doesn't know the summer's over. He's just trying to kick Gohan. And
Does he have any lines like as he gets into this? Because in mine, this is now like Cell is unraveling. He can't take this, and he says the thing that I love to hear old people insult young people with. It's time for you to learn some respect.
Wow.
He went old. He went with an old head insult, and I was like, yeah.
What's so you gonna bend him over your knee?
Listen here, Gohan. When I was your age, I trained uphill both ways.
I fused with the other androids in 6 feet of snow, barefoot.
Oh, I was training when I was a mere twinkle in Dr. Giroux's eye.
Nobody wants to train anymore.
Piccolo's like, he's right. Nobody does want to train anymore.
Also, I'm tired of self-checkout.
I see people at the counter all the time.
Mm-hmm. They're just standing there. I've encountered the thing, the trend I've noticed. This is my news report. The trend I've noticed is that, I just go to a person if I can, for the most part, because they are bored and they are just standing there, and I'm getting waved a lot of the time.
Yeah, they don't mind.
That's what they're there for. They want something to do.
If the line's long, then I go to self-checkout. Or like at the CVS, where they don't want to be there at all, so I don't bother them by getting in line. It's so bad at the CVS. It's just like, and I look, I don't blame them. There's like 5 people working the whole store.
Yeah.
So of course, I'm never going to make them do anything if they don't have to. And it's shitty store policy that everything is behind plastic.
Yeah, their job is to unlock deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
In case, God forbid, someone take it.
God forbid somebody wants to not smell awful that day.
Oh, these people want to feel like humans? Click.
Have all the fucking Red Bull you can drink, but chapstick. Oh, honey.
You fool.
You fool.
Not blaming the employees.
No, we're not blaming the employees. Absolutely not.
Just making that clear.
We're making it clear, and I want to make it clear that Cell says in mine, I will not be humiliated by a child.
Ooh.
There's some good rage lines in this.
There is a lot of just he's mad. He wants to beat up Gohan. In mine, one of his lines is, I am the one who is the ultimate warrior.
Ooh. Yeah. Like I found myself reliving this section of the Gohan Cell fight, just kind of like a hole in my memory of what goes on here. And I was not a ton happens in this episode, and it's not like the most dynamically animated, but they convey a lot of really fun power output from Gohan. And they do bring back the internal monologue, which we haven't had in like 10 episodes. Like that classic anime trope of like, I'm grimacing, and in my mind, I'm thinking about what I'm about to do. And it's just Cell not able to comprehend what's going on. Kame because the sequence that we get is when Cell finally is like, all right, I'm going to give you everything. Starts off with Destructo discs, and Krillin's like, no, my move.
two discs, I might add.
Yeah.
One, like Jimmy Buffett saying, one for each hand. Krillin loves Jimmy Buffett. Get out of here.
Oh my God. Absolutely. Krillin used to go on the cruise.
This bald head, more like parrot head.
I've always got a margarita with me.
I love boat drinks.
Ooh, I need a Bahama Mama.
But she got swallowed up by Cell.
No.
She'll never come back in any capacity.
She was 18 leagues out of my league.
I also listened to Fits in the Tantrum.
I would listen to Krillin's playlist. What else is on Krillin's playlist?
Just sad. Just probably my playlist of just being sad about girls. From like, it's like, well, I listened to this when I was between the ages of 20 and 25. That's it.
That's it.
Music done.
I like to think that Krillin had an Atlanta rap romance. Like Krillin was really into T.I. Like, I like my beat down low, down low, down low.
I tried to go to Freak Week.
No diddy.
But Roshi wouldn't let me borrow his car.
Oh man. So yeah. Destructo discs, Gohan flexes his energy, catches them, and then dispels them.
Catches them with energy, not with
his
physically.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gone. Cell's angrier and angrier. Next is special beam cannon. And I thought this was such a nice little Easter egg. Because Gohan nonplussed, and then with Piccolo's own single hand chop parries Piccolo's attack the same way he parried Cell so many episodes ago. And I was like, I fucking love that. That is so cool.
Piccolo nudging Gohan.
Yeah.
Goku. Who did that, huh? Not you.
Learned that from his dad, huh?
No, I never taught him that.
It was me. I did it.
When? Was it the first time I was dead or the second?
Yes.
Was it when I was in space or training or in a time chamber or...
Goku, the answer to these is going to be yes.
Okay.
And we had a great time.
I mean,
wish you could have been there.
I mean, it explains why you have a stocking over the fireplace for Christmas.
Oh, Chi-Chi left that up?
Yeah, she keeps it up to about end of January.
That's reasonable.
I think it's fine. I mean, I'll never clean it up. I was training somewhere on an island or just in the woods.
Yeah, we could hear you, Goku. We wish you were coming inside.
Christmas Day's for training. It's a day off.
Oh, I wish you could have explained that to Chi-Chi instead of me.
Piccolo is invited to every holiday.
I would bring him in. I hope he wouldn't be mad that I would use I like a live Christmas tree.
What?
Right. Oh. Piccolo, please.
Wait. Oh, let me fuse with him to see if I could save him. No.
I'm sorry, strange green being. My name is Douglas Fir.
Douglas. No, stay with me. You got here.
I can't.
Drink of my sap. Let me bite a finger off. Oh. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Come on. It'll supple upon my finger.
My time on this planet is done. I've given Vince and his kin great joy.
He dressed you up like a fool. What are these clothespins glued together that look like reindeer? How dare they?
He made those this year.
This year? Not like, I don't know, 25 years ago.
No, he wrote the date on the back.
Okay, let me look. 2020. The 4 is written backwards. I thought it was joking about not being able to read at the beginning, but I guess
unfortunately, it's true.
That's canon.
Not Nick Cannon.
No, these are his last words.
And
seed. Yeah, maybe not Christmas. Every Thanksgiving, Easter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then he won't have any. He's like, all right, you eat whatever you want.
It's like eggs, sure, I guess.
I'll take them.
Okay, so we cut to Mr. Satan, and everyone's still cowering, but Mr. Satan goes, "That's it. I made up my mind. That bento boy, I'm gonna make him my number one pupil."
Interesting.
And
the difference is slight in mine.
Okay,
like, he's got talent. That kid's golden.
He's money and he doesn't even know it.
Basically, that was it. Like, Hercule's like, I'm going to make a mint off this kid.
Oh, my God.
Because Pizza leans in and is like, that's right, Hercule. Think about all the money you'll bring into the dojo with a star pupil like that. Fucking Pizza.
8 shows a week. Like he's talking about him like he's King Kong. He's going to capture him and put him up on Broadway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th wonder of the world, Bento Boy.
Mr. Satan, I'd like to go home now.
Shut up.
Ow. Oh, no, you're making me angry.
That's right. You won't believe how angry this little boy can get.
That's it. Stop hurting me. The audience blown away.
What? Where'd everybody go?
This shouldn't have been pay at when you leave. Shit.
Pizza.
Oh, I'll make it up to you, Mr. Satan.
Oh God!
Why is I feel like whenever I do a pizza, you gotta wait, you gotta wag that finger, baby. She's no nonsense.
She's no nonsense, and no Matumbo. This is her own finger wag.
Piroshki, the other one in mine, are very upset. Like, what about us? And Satan's like, well, I'm gonna expel you. That's what's gonna happen.
They didn't say that they pay Hercule to train under him. That's the deal. That's the contract that they have. Hercule's a monster.
Come on.
That's bad.
I do like that Jimmy Firecracker is like, well, it looks like he's stronger than you, so I don't think he really needs to be trained. And Mr. Satan, he's great at justification.
Mm-hmm.
He at least did 201. He's like, oh, well, I mean, like, he's still too slack in actual combat practice, but under my tutelage, he'd be unstoppable.
It's interesting that Jimmy Firecracker is like a little softer in yours. Mm-hmm. I would have assumed that mine would have had the softer retort to Hercule's claims. Because he says, honestly, who are you trying to fool, Mr. Satan?
Whoa.
Like, right out the gate. And this scene is punctuated with the cameraman like trying to do his work and hearing all of this and just going, like the most audible sigh.
I don't think I get a sigh, but you get the look of just, I risked my life for this.
Yep. For this asshat.
Mm-hmm. This clown.
This joke of a man. And I don't know if they did this on purpose, because we've been talking about, like in the last couple of episodes, that Hercule's been off model in the biggest way possible. And it'd be very cool if they did this on purpose, because right now he is back on model and he's back to a normal sized human being, which could, I know I'm reaching here, but if they were going for it, an apt metaphor for his ego growing and shrinking throughout the altercation, throughout this epic battle, because it gets more epic when Gohan slow walks up to Cell and gives him the old "I told you so" speech. I told you, Cell, you didn't want to see me unleash my full potential. And now you're terrified that I'm going to destroy you.
Interesting, because during that part, do you see Gohan's mouth move?
Nope.
So the reason being, in mine, the announcer says all this. The announcer comes in.
Oh,
there's a run in by the announcer. He's got a steel chair.
How did they not do that for this?
It did feel a little clunky, so I can see why they did it like that. But it's the announcer saying essentially the same thing that Gohan had said, where it's, quote, Cell for the first time knew true fear and regretted angering Gohan just for fun.
I would have liked to have heard the English announcer come in mid-episode unexpected and hit him with that. Oh, that would have worked for me. But like you said, maybe they thought in the moment, this is a little too clunky. Let's just drop in some lines for Gohan.
Yeah. So from that, again, Cell, he tastes fear. He jumps up in the air. I think he's running away. But he's not. He's going up in the air because he's getting ready for another Kamehameha, a big one that even if Gohan dodges, the earth is going to get blown up. Gohan just standing there.
Oh, so cold.
Slowly says Kamehameha, does his own one, and it's not a beam battle like you think it's going to be. It's
not a struggle at all.
It's not even close. Gohan's Kamehameha, smaller even than Cell's, pushes Cell's back up towards Cell. So it's so powerful that it pushes us into a commercial.
Huh?
Welcome to the best idea for a podcast of all time. This is Champs in the Making,
a Pokemon bracket podcast where we take every one of these creatures in the Pokemon video game franchise,
put them in a bracket together and find out which one the best one is.
Starmie gives me like organic, free-range, gluten-free, like fidget spinner energy.
Swallow can swallow a tire whole in one gulp.
Ladybell looks like it is ready to give you so many high fives with each of its little mitten hands.
I don't like Weird Ear's face.
It's got a big testicle for a nose, for sure.
I think Nidoking's favorite beer is PBR.
Okay.
Champs in the Making, a Moonshot Network podcast about Pokemon. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts or first at patreon.com/Moonshot Network.
Cell gets blown up.
Big blow up. And like, this is definitely where the animation budget went into this episode, because as Cell gets blown up, the surrounding area gets blasted away. Nobody is able to withstand the force of the blast on the ground. And we also see Gohan's Kamehameha shoot into space and probably explode some distant planet.
Mm-hmm. The bug people that Vegeta and Nappa displaced, they're finally getting it together. They see a bright light coming down.
Finally, we've crowned our new king.
Mm-hmm. And it's king and name only. We're a pure democracy.
And look, everything is going great. We've established 3 new cities and have fully renewable energy source. What is that? What is that?
Oh, it must be some sort of firework for the king coronation. Again, that were made ethically. Oh no, the Saiyan alarm.
Not again.
No. Yeah, they died.
They died a horrible death. None of them survived.
Quick and painful. No one offers a quick and painful death.
I'd like to reserve one. I'll reserve one of those.
Yeah. Lock that in.
I think Frieza's death was definitely quick and painful.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's slow and painless.
Right.
That's just living, baby.
Tell me something I don't know.
Just every day. So yeah, everyone is covered in sand. It's very funny to see Vegeta like come up from the sand, uncovering himself, as with most of the Z boys. And I do want to point out that I think it's nice to show that the Z fighters, they're all in like their same little grouping still. No one was like fully blown back. So I think that's just, I don't know if that was intentional, but it feels like a nice touch of like, no, they're all very strong.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like Yamcha's like 2 miles away from that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not to be overlooked that the core Z fighters are definitely probably the strongest they've ever been as a collective throughout this entire arc, and at this point in particular, because they've all gotten beamed up, so they're all fully healthy, and it is just a testament to how unimaginably strong Gohan is.
Mm-hmm. So Piccolo, always the first to sense Ki. He's like, oh, it's Cell, he's still alive. And we cut to Cell floating in the air.
Oh, wait. You didn't get Krillin's terrible joke pun?
No!
They are so afraid to let these scenes breathe in mine, because Krillin, as they're all emerging from the sand, he goes, who knew getting rid of Cell would be such a blast?
I said, who knew getting rid of Cell? Get out of here.
I know. I wish Tien had smacked him.
Yeah. This is serious.
Just like back of the head. Get serious, Krillin.
Come on, lock in.
Even Yamcha stopped pissing his pants.
Well, I ran out of pee. Now it's the other stuff.
Other stuff?
Yeah, Piccolo's like, there's more than one stuff.
But that's all you guys did.
Yeah, you're up every time I go over to help Chi-Chi with laundry. Goku or Gohan are fighting over the bathroom.
Vegeta chimes in. Ah, yes. I first encountered the other stuff here on Earth. Trunks, you're from the other stuff.
Dad, I don't think that's what Yamcha was talking about.
Oh!
There's, I guess, the third stuff.
There's 3 stuff.
Oh, yeah. 2 fronts and 1 back. That's how you make Gohans.
That's how you make Gohans.
Just never had a second one.
Your stuff makes Gohans. Mine makes Trunkses.
Trunkses. Yamcha's just like, mine, we'll see. One day, we'll see.
Tien, I've never made stuff.
I just have one front and one back.
Had 3 eye.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Are we talking about eyes?
Yeah. Would you trade your ability to make the stuff if you got a 3rd eye like Tien?
No. Well,
Okay.
hold on.
Think about it. Don't answer too quickly.
Because it's not the product I'm concerned with.
You can, nobody said you can't do what creates the stuff, but there'd just be no stuff.
That's. I mean, what I've told myself as a single man in my 40s is that at 45, I think it's just like best thing is just to not make the 3rd stuff anymore.
Hey,
that's too old. That's too old. 45. I mean, I'm no Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. I can't have a kid at 70.
that is terrifying.
Right?
Like truly, if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, what am I going to do? What can they do? They can't even fake being young with technology.
Yeah. Can't do 2 takes of kicking someone's ass.
And here is Al Pacino with like a Pokemon phone case or whatever that he was doing press, and he had a
which Pokemon?
I don't remember. The only thing that would have been better if he had a Tanjiro phone case. I love Tanjiro. Ooh. Hino Kami Kagura.
Water breathing. First form.
Sun breathing, the 2nd form. Great ass.
And your head's gonna be all the way up it.
Yeah, I don't want to have a child. Like, I don't want to have a kid at that age. So,
but to answer your question, I don't think I need a 3rd eye. Custom glasses, the expenses of that.
Yeah, even Warby Parker can't save you from that.
Can we guarantee it's a good one? It's just like, no, there's no nearsightedness in this one.
Yeah, like I wouldn't choose a 3rd eye because my eyesight's terrible. I don't want to have to buy a big contact.
Yeah.
Size of a laptop.
Yeah. And I'm hitting my head all the time.
You and me both, brother.
I'll have an eye patch on my forehead at some point. You go to the optometrist, get the puff in the air. 2 times, I can barely handle a puff in the eye to check
that pressure.
Mm-hmm. But 3, get out of here.
Oh, but you'd be that optometrist's favorite.
Mm-hmm. They're rubbing their hands behind a tree.
I can retire off this.
You have you still making 3rd stuff? You gonna make some 3rd-eyed kids for me?
Yeah, why don't you make some dependents? Bring them on in. I think I'm gonna start using that as my euphemism for making babies instead. Hey, Fred, I haven't seen in a while. You making dependents over there?
How many tax write-offs you got now?
Yeah. What's that discount looking like?
So Cell is... Cell is still alive.
Yeah.
Speaking of gross shit, he's very gross. Like missing an arm, missing a leg.
Check.
His weird head fins have blown off. He looks like a Batman almost.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gooping it up. Goku loves this. He's like, "Yep, he really has surpassed me, and I knew it all the way back then." Then we get a flashback to the time chamber. I think Goku knocks Gohan down with an energy blast. Goku's like, "Oh, I went too far." And he's like, "Hey Gohan, we've been training for like 20 hours. Why don't we call it a day?" And a young Gohan almost whimpering to his father. Like, gets back up, says, "We're done already." And like powers up to the point where Goku's like, "Oh, this is beyond me." And then Gohan like passes out. So even in of course in the time chamber, Goku's like, "Yeah, we're fine."
Yeah, I really like seeing that, and I guess like there was enough fervor around the last couple of episodes and just seeing Gohan's epic display of power that we did. We could have gotten a few more of these probably. Like the way the Dragon Ball has usually gone is like you get a couple of flashbacks even as like the cool stuff is happening. So I this is well placed and felt very cool to see Goku or Gohan flash that Super Saiyan 2 energy so briefly, and Goku kind of saying to himself that even he knew that Gohan was the one that was going to be able to defeat Cell, but he wasn't aware of the depths of his power.
Ooh.
Like which in like I'm trying to think of like modern anime that kind of give you a little bit of this, because like there's One Punch Man, but like that's more of a gag anime. I think Boruto, yeah, I'm bringing Boruto back up because 2 Blue Vortex is good, and Boruto has had a level of growth that is, as a lifelong Naruto fan who pays attention to the power scaling of that universe way too much. Boruto's at a point right now where like he is literally untouchable. Like there's nobody even in the realm of his power, which is like hard to believe. And just like right now in Dragon Ball, Gohan's power is hard to fathom. Even Vegeta's like, what is his secret? How is he able to do that Kamehameha wave and not be phased at all? And I got the real sense, and we touched on this maybe a few episodes ago, that like feels like Toriyama's ready to wrap it all up with this one. Like we are watching things that have never been seen, never even conceived of by the fan base. And like I could just see Toriyama being like, I'm on fucking fire. This is about to go all the way to the we're gonna tear the studs off the wall, and I'm going to drop my pen that's on fire and get the F out of here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at cars all day, baby.
I can't wait to draw an engine piece by piece.
Yeah, it is unfathomable what Gohan is able to do. Piccolo reminds everyone that he's got Namekian cells in him. He can regenerate.
Got green in him.
And he has dog DNA. And 2 wolves inside DNA.
As the great Lizzo once said, he just took a DNA test. He's 100% Piccolo.
Goku's like, hey, finish him off. And then Gohan getting a little cocky, getting teeny and angsty. He says, quote, I've got to make this guy suffer some more.
Yep. Ooh, I know this is putting the cart way before the horse, but seeing this as the first instance of Gohan's arrogance, I'm like, this is definitely the arrogance of youth. And again, it's part of the masterful understanding of his own universe that Toriyama is able to bring these kind of things back as the series continues. And I won't spoil anything for the Boo saga, but there's a lot of like the Saiyan arrogance kind of trope or that comes into play the same way like that we have like the meme for Vegeta pointing at himself. Like which it's very fun and yeah, it's great. And I did love Goku not being able to get through to his son and then yelling, "We all know you have the power. Now's the time to use it." And Gohan just smiling, just grinning.
It's and it feels cocky. It's not like a Vegeta cocky where it's just like, well, okay, Vegeta, whatever you say. It's like, no, Gohan. As Captain America once said, he could do this all day.
Right. That's the other cool part. Like throughout the history of Dragon Ball, there's usually like a ticking time clock, like with Frieza stuff, like Goku in that Super Saiyan form, the planet was about to blow up. So he had to make quicker decisions and figure out how to get out of there. Presumably, if none of that happens in that state at that time, Goku probably toys with Frieza enough to break his brain to make him stop fighting. And I don't get that from Gohan here. This is just pure sedition. This is just, I'm going to F this dude's day up.
Cell does grow back all of his parts, even his fins. Then he like gets so mad that he balloons up. Thick Cell, they calls him, because
I like it.
He's bulking.
Tis the season. Tis the season for bulking.
There's no way my perfect form can be beaten by the likes of you. And what we find out is that Cell has pretty much made the same mistake that Trunks did in trying to go Super Saiyan dose by thinking being buff was the way to go. So Cell has lost a lot of speed. Gohan just kicks his ass pretty handily. And then again, there's fourth stuff coming out.
Yes, we've reached a fourth layer of stuff.
It's Cell. He's just, I'll try to not be gross with this. We'll see.
It's hard not to.
But like, Cell is just drooling milk, we'll call it. Drops to it. His eyes are bugging. He's just like getting sick. Piccolo's like, oh, I get it. He's gotten so weak. He can't retain. His keys drop so much he can't retain his perfect form.
A little bit of life force, I think they substitute in mine. It's like you can feel his life force is fading.
Yeah. He bullfrogs it. His throat gets big, and he just pukes up a big white mass. And we cut to a bunch of shocked faces. And on the ground is 18. I'm laughing because it's very gross. I don't want to describe the grossness of 18.
Yeah, we shouldn't. We were gross at the top of this episode.
Yeah.
Or in the middle.
Up until this point, we've been gross. Let's have some decorum.
Yeah. Because the sound design at this point is also very visceral. And like you said, the Cell's like fingers are curling it. It's bad. But Android 18 is back. And And of the shocked expressions, Krillin is like, I thought she was gone forever. I'm like, easy, buddy.
Krillin, please.
Krillin, she just got back.
Yeah, she let her settle down. Don't be cool, man. Get her a drink. Just
get her some water.
Mm-hmm.
Were those sensu beans, Krillin? I don't know if they work on androids.
Yeah, don't hang around her the whole time. Go talk to go mingle.
Go talk to Yamcha for a bit.
Yeah. So Gohan. So here's my thing. Trying to put some meaning to the physics, the physiology of these here androids. Because it's not like it could be two theories. One, that when Cell absorbed her, became a part of his DNA, a whole new creature. So Gohan punched Cell so hard, he rearranged his DNA.
Yeah.
Or his little tum-tums like a capsule. And he's just sucking them in there and using them as a power source.
I like both of those. I think if we were like to look at a encyclopedic like explanation, I think it's probably more of a capsule battery energy type situation. Right? Because that makes the most sense. Like it's hard. Maybe current Dragon Ball, there would be you could make the argument that like Super Saiyan Blue or God of Destruction can separate two beings bonded by DNA. But this isn't even like a Portara situation or a fusion dance. So I gotta admit, I gotta assume Dr. Gero has capsule technology inside of Cell to make this all work.
He went on wish.com, got some capsules.
The Timu hoi poi.
Dr. Breeze pulling his hair. Shut it down. We're gonna buy it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Balmadear, we're buying Timu.
It's not based in Metro West. We better own it. Then this is a non-political podcast.
This is a non-political podcast, but you're asking the right questions. And will we, in the next episode, see another hit to the stomach that barfs up Android 17?
Who knows?
Who knows? But we do in mind, the announcer comes in as we are watching Cell slowly deform back into presumably semi-perfect Cell. And the announcer is like, what is Gohan waiting for? Like, because we're all wondering why isn't he just blowing this dude up? And that's how this episode ends.
Mine is a little cheeky, I think. Because the announcer goes, will Cell's perfect form collapse or something else? But we're getting towards the end of the Cell games.
Cell games have to end sometime.
It's because I don't think it's a drag out fight at this point, especially now that he doesn't have 18.
Right. It's not a drag out fight right now.
I think,
but my memory is cloudy in terms of how like the next subsequent episodes fall in terms of like, are we going to get a bunch of like, are we going to get a half of an episode that's like a flashback explaining some things that maybe we've glossed over to this point? Like, is somebody going to do something stupid or like, is Hercule going to get in the way and fuck something up?
I do forget. I forget how long Cell was a balloon.
Right.
Is I think
that could be one episode. That could be 3.
Yeah. It could be next week.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see what's coming down the pipeline. Again, hard to deny that this is the peak of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z.
It's really, although I saw a clip on Instagram of it was Gohan, it was Videl. They're both Saiyaman costumes dancing, and the caption was "Me and who," and I'm like, you're right.
So I'm not saying that's going to be the peak of our coverage. I just mean in terms of like Dragon Ball Z's cultural impact and fervor. Like it's hard. Like I said earlier, it's hard to kind of wrap your mind around the fact that like around this time Toriyama was like, I want to be done. Like,
yeah,
he's like, guys, I think I cooked a wonderful spiral ham. Like we've been carving this thing up for a minute and we're back to the gristle and that's the best part. So what else do you want me to do?
I can only glaze this thing up so many times.
We've eaten all the pineapples first.
Yeah.
Folks.
Like the gravy's empty. Yeah, we'll see. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. Excited for the next episode, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this here podcast. We hope you're also enjoying it. Just save. Yeah, I think we don't much like a spiral ham. We just all need to savor it.
Yeah. It's a nice way to luxuriate in some good anime. So we hope you're enjoying it. I know we are.
But thank you for listening. If you want to talk to us, maybe you want to send in your own 1 minute roundup. Maybe you have some research that we missed, or some. We're done. We don't do research canonically. So maybe there's some info and some tidbits you want to send our way. You can write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. You can reach out to us over on Bluesky or Instagram at kamehouseparty. If you like video games, and I think there's some overlap between Dragon Ball and video games.
Sparking Zero DLC with Beast Gohan.
Oh, has that actually happened?
That's out right now.
Okay.
I'm going to purchase it after this recording.
Nice. But we stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/KameHouseParty every Wednesday. We play a variety of games and have a variety of fun. We're also doing a ghost kitchen of a podcast over on Twitch at the Daima Dump, where we are covering the latest series from Dragon Ball Daima. Daima is very fun. Maybe last week we didn't have the most fun with it, but overall, it's been an enjoyable series.
I mean, it's great that there is new Dragon Ball. I think that's the
You hate it that much?
No, I don't. I'm just saying we're taking advantage of the fact that there is Dragon Ball concurrent and currently ongoing, so we are jumping in to talk about it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, so catch us on the stream. You can watch the VOD of that over there as well, because when it's going to be on the regular podcast feed, that's up in the air. So catch it there. We are part of the Moonshot Network, a lovely network of podcasters. They also have a Twitch, twitch.tv/MoonshotPod. Moonshot Network? Oh, dear.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Moonshot Network. You got it.
There we go. You can watch them. They stream much more often than we do and have a variety. We have a variety of fun. They have a variety of shows.
That's right.
And if you want to support the show financially, you don't have to, but it'd be cool if you did. You can go to Patreon, Kame House Party over there. You get a shout out on the show when you pledge. You also get access to We have about a year plus worth of bonus content that you can find nowhere else.
That's
So
right.
You get access to all of that. I think that's it. I
have something else.
Yay!
I just did a guest spot on friend of the show, Ian Heron's podcast, the Sigmund Fraud podcast. If you like listening to me do improv on this show, I think you'll like the character I bring to that one. So Sigmund Fraud Pod at Sig Fraud Pod on social medias. I think the post on that will make Aaron, it'll make you giggle for sure. It made me giggle.
We've both been on the show multiple times. Ian, friend of the show. I also do another podcast called Thinking Too Hard About Anime with Noah Carden. We are, as we speak, I am editing the final episode of our 4th season covering Evangelion. We'll start our new season soon. We'll start our new season soon. So
hell yeah.
Now's a good time to catch up on that if you want some soothing voices discussing anime in a smart way.
That's right.
Smart is air quotes.
You're gonna learn something.
Yeah, we'll learn you good.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. That's a lot of CTAs.
Yeah, and thank you again for listening to them. And here we go with the closing of the episode. Whether you are obsessed with stuff and where it comes from and why, or you've gotten so strong you've become a real arrogant guy, you gotta keep fighting.